It is an absolutely glorious morning here at the home of horsepower, Sandown. Hi everybody, Greg Rust and Richard Crail with you here live on Facebook. Round one of the Shannon's Speed Series for 2024. It seems like yesterday that we wrapped up the 23 Championship, a little breather over summer, and we are ready to launch into a massive season of motorsport. Our coverage today coming your way on 7+ from about 10 to 10 this morning. That's Australian Eastern Time. And then on 7, mate, from 12:30, it is going to be big, isn't it?
Good morning, Rusty.
Nice to see you, mate.
Great day for Australia. Great day for Victoria. Great day for the world.
Listen to you.
Isn't it? What a sensational thing. The sun's shining. Sandown looks a treat. The DJ's playing over there, and you've already been on the mixing decks this morning, just getting the vibe going.
The kids will rightly pace me for that. I
Outstanding
have
work from
no
you.
idea what those buttons are.
The Greg Rust playlist is something to behold. But no, great to be here. Great to be back on the screens of 7 as well this year, and a really good way to get into the championship, into the season with some super cheap auto TCR. Great title fight last year, wasn't it, between Josh Buchan and Bailey Sweeney. Bailey's out, Buchan's here, and there's a whole new host of teams and drivers ready to take on. And Trans Am, what a field that is. That is going to be a huge show this season.
Absolutely, stacked with some names that you know from all sorts of areas in Australian motorsports. So they are in for a very competitive season where I reckon we'll see lots of variety in terms of winners and podium finishes and some good wheel-to-wheel racing. And arguably, as Richard sort of detailed there, one of the strongest lineups we've seen in TCR for a while as well. A couple of cool stories. A relatively recent addition in young Clay Richards. He's going to drive the Cupra. That's a cool thing. Jimmy Richards' grandson is with us.
Yeah, a couple of cameos in TCR last year and did a super job. That Winton performance last year was outstanding. Popped up towards the end of the season as well. With the confidence of building a season, I think will help Clay, and they're working on plans to get into that Cupra for the full season. Ran out of MPC, which is the team that's been successful in the championship before with the Audi squad. They've had Will Brown drive for them last year, smoked everyone in the World Tour at the end of last season. So there's a lot of depth in that squad, and Clay's a fast, up-and-coming young driver who's going to be really competitive. He's a good addition, and it's always good to have a Richards in the paddock, right? It's almost mandatory.
I can see our producer kind of saying, should we walk?
We should.
You love a word of the day when we do the Shannon Speed Series. Is this a saunter? What are we doing
I
here?
think it's a perambulate this morning.
What is that? Right, let's actually let's talk some motor racing. Firstly, it's the beginning of the tour here. We are off to Tasmania, the Bend in South Australia, legendary circuits like Phillip Island, Bathurst, Queensland and more. Speedseries.com.au is where you find out the details. Terrific to have this young bloke with us back in the Super Cheap Auto TCR Trans Am, and your weekend, Nash, has started superbly. Well done.
Yeah, we're pretty good in practice too yesterday. Got the top of the timesheet, so you know it's only practice, so you don't get any trophies for that. So hopefully we can continue the pace on the quality and racing today.
We've just talked about the lineup in Trans Am this year. Gee, it's quality from a driver standpoint. Great for you to benchmark yourself against some of these people, isn't it?
Yeah, it's great. You got some of the top 10 dudes in supercars there, so it's pretty cool. When I heard I was P1 for that session, I'm like, oh, that's pretty badass. So you know, it's great. You get to race against some of those guys that are professional race car drivers and get paid to do it. So I reckon it's pretty cool that they're here racing us.
You get to do this with some familiar faces from the Norwell Motorplex, people that you know and love family-wise, but you're also kind of taking your own steps this year with other racing activities. That's the plan, isn't it? So.
Yeah, so got a call in the off-season from Scotty Taylor to come drive his Porsche in the Craillsy Cup Series, so it's an opportunity I didn't think would come, but you know, he's one of those great guys in motorsport that gives plenty of opportunities to young kids, and I'm forever grateful for that.
Great stuff. We're excited for you, mate. Have a fantastic weekend here at Sandown.
Thanks very much, Rusty.
There he is, Nash Morris. Good morning. Great way to launch into that. Sorry, I just took that away from you. Anyway.
No, I like it. Nash popped into Michelin Sprint Challenge last year, a little cameo, and won a bunch of races at the end of the year driving for TechWorks. So he's going to be a force in Craillsy Cup.
Why have we got a foot? This is Marcus Liddell here. Good morning. Welcome to TCR. Why have you got a football? What is this all about?
It's Super Bowl. I mean, come on.
Oh, well done.
This is a massive event. So, yeah, go the Chiefs. Can't wait. But, yeah, looking forward to it Monday. But first day at school for me this year. Big step into TCR, and we'll see how we go.
So you're on Team Swift for the big dance on Monday. How did yesterday go? Back in the seat. You said it's your comeback weekend. Great to see you back in the paddock, by the way. How did yesterday go?
Yeah, look, yesterday was challenging in its own right. We actually bent a steering arm on a curb probably late in session 1 and didn't quite pick it up before session 2. So session 2, we just did 18 laps, did a run, knew the car wasn't great, weren't overly fast, but, you know, learning the track, learning the car.
And with a good group of people, how much have you digested from that? What's the learning's been like with the car?
Yeah, look, I mean, probably I don't think I've even done 100 laps in the car yet, so it's been a challenge. But having MPC there and Audi Customer Racing has helped a lot, and Phil Curtis, who's done 25 years in supercar land, has helped me massively. So yeah, look, it's been a very steep learning curve, and obviously a short run, only getting the car the week before Christmas. First round here in February, but this year's about learning, so we'll keep working.
I know it's round one, but what's the plan for 99 Motorsport moving forward? Where would you like to take this team?
Yeah, look, I think TCR is a wonderful platform. It truly is a worldwide platform, and I think it deserves that credit of being a driver development program. The idea of TCR for 99 was to be a customer program, so the idea now is to get another Audi, possibly 2 more, and work towards next year and putting a multi-car platform together.
Our coverage this morning on 7 Plus when it kicks off is very qualifying orientated to begin with both Trans Am and TCR. What would you kind of like to walk away with in your first qualifying session here?
I think for us, top 10 is really the goal at the end of the day. We're not overextending ourselves. We understand where we're at as a team and me as a driver. And being an old bloke, so, getting back in there and, first time in 20 years in a front-wheel drive as well. So certainly come to terms with it, but I think top 10 would be a great result.
Most importantly, enjoy.
Absolutely.
I've learned something today. He's a Swiftie fan. Never knew that. Very good. You
That's
too.
cool.
So here we go. We're here with the champion team, HMO Customer Racing. New livery on these cars and a new teammate for Josh Buchan, the series champion, and Josh steps back into kind of the tried and tested shorter beast, doesn't he? Which I love. I love the look of this.
Back in the i30N hatchback, they're doing some work on the sedan that was quite effective at the end of last season. In fact, the Hyundai
Just
safety
like this,
car
on
is
cue.
very similar to the car that Josh raced at the end of last season. Nice timing by our wonderful Motorsport Australia officials.
Do you want to have a quick word with the boss? Is he okay with us doing that, Robbie Vincent? Well, how are you, mate? What's it been like day one? Is this going to be a tough title defence? What do you think?
Yeah, it will be, I think. Yeah, there's plenty of competition out there, so we'll be working hard to keep our head above the water here.
You welcome Tom Oliphant too. How's he slotted in?
Yeah, he's actually very happy with the car. He's getting used to it, so there's a bit of time in himself. So, but yeah, it's been a good transition for him, I think.
HMO's always traditionally had 2 very strong cars, if not 3. How do you manage that competitive balance between your 2 drivers when they're both at the front of the field?
Yeah, that's very difficult. There's a lot of egos going on here. But yeah, we try and keep a balance between the 2 and look after them both together. So, and we share information. It's a very good team in that respect. So everybody gets each other's information, data, everything else. So we try and keep them both up the top.
So we wanted to come into this the way that we finished last year. Our motto was to follow yours, and that is consistency. Yep. We hit you with hard questions at Bathurst. We started the championship that way.
Thanks, Robbie.
Lovely to see you, mate. Happy New Year. He runs a great operation and someone who's done some incredible things in world motorsport. Lots of fresh faces in TCR. Young Ryan Casher, who's come through from Toyota 86 and more. The return of Ben Barguana, who competed on the world stage a little bit last year. So we've got lots to look forward to today. The 2 categories that we've covered in this Facebook Live, Trans Am and TCR, complemented by the Maguire's Australian production cars and the GT Australian Formula Open. There is some very cool cars in both of those.
Wings and Slicks open wheelers, Rusty.
Yeah.
It doesn't
I
get
know
better.
you love it.
This is a great racetrack for those cars. Really strong field too, and some proper young teenagers in that grid looking to make their mark in the world of motorsport, which is great. So I think there's going to be really good racing, and production cars are a staple. I think that's going to be a competitive field as well.
Do you know what that means? Doesn't mean we're mad. It means we've got to wrap this up. That's what the producer's saying. That's it from us here in the pit lane at Sandown. We'd love you to join us trackside here because we've got some beautiful weather. So if you're in Melbourne, no footy to compete with, come on out and enjoy some motor racing this weekend. And if not, you'll be able to catch it all, as Richard said, on the screens of 7. 7 Plus from 10 to 10 Australian Eastern Time this morning and 12:30 on 7 Mate. We look forward to your company then.